Welcome back, friends, and gather round to episode 52 of Simply Walking into Mordor. As always, my name is Nauglir, and a special welcome to you if this is your first time watching with us. Well, guys, have a look here. We are floating. We have unlocked some wizardry, some high elf magic here. We have figured out how to teleport. Kind of looks like we're meditating there. If you don't remember, a couple of episodes ago, Dwelleniath and I discovered this barrel is a bit higher than it seems. It's a bit taller than it seems. And it just makes it look like we're floating there. There we go. We are just sitting in midair, as you do. Anyway, let's get up. Guys, we are powering on to level 42. That's when we're going to hit book 5 of the epic books. And that is where we'll continue our quest. But for now, we're going to do our next skirmish showcase. As you see here, a new day popped over when in between those episodes that I was recording, even though it was only like a 5-minute break. You see there, real time, 6:09 p.m. The day flips over in terms of, XP, like a VIP bonus XP, and also Hobbit presents. That flips over at 6 p.m. My local time. And I believe that is 12 a.m. GMT. I'm not sure about that. Actually, I don't think it is. It's sometime. It's 4 a.m. server time. I don't know why. It seems a bit silly and arbitrary, but we got ourselves some run speed bonuses from the Hobbit present, so I went ahead and used them, and we are more than ready for our next skirmish. I'm just curious about where I'm going to be putting these skills. Might have a chat to Dwelleniath at some point. If you guys don't know, he is a champion normally. So I think I'll put Great Cleave there. As I said, I'm not sure. Champion's not my main class. It's not the one I'm most used to, and I don't have a perfect skill set up for it. But I'll just keep it there. We'll see how we go. Maybe we'll forget about it. I don't know. We'll get there, guys. We'll get there. We'll figure this champion thing out. But for now, we're going to do our next skirmish showcase, which is going to be the Icy Crevasse. And we have made sure that we're all up to date with our skirmish soldier and all that. And last episode was a success. We successfully defended the Fort of Brunnen, and we leveled up to level 41. I don't think we'll get to level 42 this episode, but definitely in the next episode we will. But for now, we're gonna hit up this Icy Crevasse skirmish. You can see our options for skirmishes are growing steadily. We have 9 now to choose from, which is very good. But as soon as we hit level 65, we'll have plenty more to choose from. There are lots that are to do with the Volume 2 epics that get unlocked, as well as one that's with the Volume 3 epic. So there you go. I think by memory we've got about half of the total skirmishes right now. Maybe a bit less. I'm not sure. Anyway, let's get on to it. The Icy Crevasse. It is a bit of a more difficult skirmish. It's one of the more difficult ones, especially once you up the difficulty and size. It is quite difficult indeed, and I'm not sure why that is. Maybe it's just a bit of a balancing issue. Maybe it's not even that difficult anymore. But it's located in Foreshell, so we're gonna head up there and travel into this skirmish. All right. So if you want to know the story, it's down here. A powerful sorcerer from Angmar seeks to drive the frozen winds of Foreshell south into Evendim, freezing the lake and allowing a great army to march on Tinadir. Well, there you go. So the aim is apparently to freeze the lake of Evendim. And if we have a look here, Foreshell, which is where we are, where we're located, probably somewhere in Yakuru, they want to blow the winds down to Evendim. And so we're actually kind of defending Tinadir by repelling this skirmish. Although it is not a defensive skirmish, it is an offensive one. And so we're going to be doing most of the legwork here. As you can see, there's this buff that happens on us in the Icy Crevasse. That's the main mechanic of this skirmish, as this buff. The winds of Foreshell, and that will change. It will get bigger as time goes on, but also you can replace that buff if you stand on these vents. So I'll show you that in a second. We're going to fight this Bloodrook. He's very isolated, which if you didn't know, that is the Bloodrook's weakness. Now see here, the enemy also gets these bonuses. So we're going to make use of this effect in a second, and I'll show you how we'll do that. We're actually going to use, yeah, Great Cleave, which has given us a new class deed. 150 times. That's not too bad. We can do that. We'll use Great Cleave 150 times. Easily. No worries about that at all. Okay, we've attracted a sapper. Yes, the Blood Rook, as I was saying, the weakness is fighting them alone. They are more powerful and they increase the power of allies when in a group. So you want to fight them alone. I think, oh, by a miracle of nature, Herbie has given us some power. Well, look at that. That should be noted down, guys. Make a note of the time and date. 6:14. On, what is it, the 11th of October or something. Herbie gave us some power of our own accord. All right, here we go. Here's our first vent. If we stand on this vent here, we can see it says warm steam from the spring below soothes your wounds. So we've got extra outgoing and incoming healing modifier. And it replaces the damage bonus. So what we really want to do is lure the enemy into this buff if we can. This guy's being really annoying about it. He really wants to just throw axes at us. Look at that. Oh, what's wrong with you? Anyway, the whole strategy kind of is to make the enemies stand on the vent and you to stand on the outside. You can see the border is right there, that white circle or white square. And inside the square we have the healing buff. Outside we have the damage buff. And so if we were doing this in a fellowship, obviously the healer would stand on here and all the DPSs would stand out here. But this also helps out the enemies. So the tank also stands on here and pulls all the enemies onto this place. So the DPSs can stand out here and do heaps of damage. And obviously not let the enemies do that extra damage. So that's going to be the plan kind of from now on. We're going to try and get them onto the vents as much as we can. Soft snoring comes from the northwest. Well, we'll definitely deal with that. All right, looks like we've got an encounter as well as a counterattack. A counterattack as well as a lieutenant, sorry. We're going to bring these guys down. As you can see, damage is incredibly heightened here. We've actually increased to Winds of Forest Shell 2. This is why this is actually a really difficult instance, I'm remembering as we do it. It's because if you're not careful with this vent management of the buff, then you are actually going to be killed by just the sheer amount of enemies, even though you'll be doing the extra damage as well. The fact that 6 enemies are also doing 20% extra damage is now, and it increases up to 50%, I think. So it actually gets real nasty. So we're gonna try and do our best here to get these guys onto the vent. We're gonna grab these extra enemies. I'm going to see if we can get them onto the vent here. Herbie is doing her best to heal, but that is actually leading her to the tank. Let's see if we can get this saber cat onto the vent, and then we'll stand off the vent. Like so. So see, they've got the healing buff, and we haven't. So we're doing extra damage. And we've actually managed it with 2 of the enemies here. So this is very good. Very helpful. We're doing 20% extra damage for every damage they're doing. For as long as they stand on the vent and we don't. So that's very handy. Okay, we've still got this Echo of Death being very annoying. Good combination. I think Dwellingeth mentioned it at some point during those 3 episodes that we were doing with him. Starting a battle just with Battle Frenzy and then Great Cleave, because Great Cleave doesn't get rid of your fervor, but it requires 5, and since Battle Frenzy will put us up to 5, we can use that to great effect. All right. Now we've actually got a counter-attack, encounter, sorry. Not a counter-attack. Here we go. Koflug is our first encounter. We definitely want to fight him on the vent, or at least put him on the vent. So let's do that. Let's bring him over. And we will make sure we're not standing on the vent, and he is. There we go. This is perfect. This is exactly what we want to see. And we'll get those big damage numbers on him while he's not doing as high damage to us, hopefully. So here we go. This is great. I am loving this. Alright. Let's just use Savage Strikes there, and then we'll hopefully finish him off, or at least do a decent amount of the way there with Ferocious Strikes. Yeah, we got him fair way down. Finish him off with Merciful Strike. There we go. Look at that. Okay, so using that vent there to the best of our ability. All right, here we are with our next control point to claim. And I think we will get a counterattack, so we're going to switch into our AoE mode. Yep, here we are. So we're actually going to run back here past the vent, so hopefully we can fight these guys on the vent as they run in. We've got a lieutenant. What is it? I think it's a blood rook. That's going to be pain. That's not going to be good. Okay. We're going to just use that for the bonus. These guys are not being nice and staying on that vent for us. We're going to have to kill these guys quickly, I think, because we need to fight the blood rook alone. Yeah, look at all that damage on us. Wow, okay. Yep, we're definitely going to fight on here. Hopefully get 50% extra incoming healing from our herbalist. That'll be very handy. Yeah, look at that. Herbie to save the day. Finally, you've done something useful, Herbie. Give Herbie a hard time, but there you go. That's the reason why it's so difficult. We've put it up to 3 now, so it's 35% extra damage being done by everyone, which is just incredible if you're not standing on one of these vents. So there you can see why this can get so difficult. Okay, we've actually got ourselves a wind spirit attacking us up there, all the way from up there. This is going to be difficult. We've got to get right up here and attack them. Oh, man. That's straight Herbie. All right, here we go. We're bringing him down. There we go. Got him. All right, there's a Daywalker Berserker here. So we're actually going to make sure he starts attacking us, then hamstring him. Doesn't follow us as well. And then we're going to fight these Iron Crown Warriors just to bring them down whilst we fight. The Daywalker Berserker just gone straight ahead and stunned us. Very handy. Okay, he can go and hit Herbie for a little bit until his invincibility wears up. There we go. Okay, so now we will bring on the pain. Now remember, even though he's doing the extra damage, we also get the extra damage as well, so it's kind of a two-edged sword. Oh, massive damage there from Raging Blades, along with that damage bonus. Alright, let's claim this. Pack of Sabertooths lounge to the south, so that's our next encounter. We've got a counterattack. Where's it coming from? I cannot see it. The north? Is it coming from the north? Is it coming from the south? We've got a counter. There they come. Okay, they're coming. And we're gonna... I don't know. I have no plan for here. Because... yeah, Herbie tends to take people away from us. Let's use True Heroics. Get us some extra damage on top of what we're already getting. Man, that damage is ridiculous. I think we've brought it up to number 4 now. That's 50% extra. Even our bow is going to do ridiculous amounts of damage if we manage to hit with it. There we go. Brought him down. Okay. This extra damage is redonkulous at the moment, guys. Hopefully there's a vent in here. Is there? There is not. Okay, we're going to have to deal with these guys quickly. Start straight off with a Raging Blade. That gets them down a decent amount. Then Bladestorm to finish him up. Okay, we've got the big one. We're going to actually sprint out here. Challenge him so he stays on us. And we're going to run all the way back here to this vent because I do not feel comfortable fighting this giant Sabertooth out in the open where he's getting extra 50% damage. Alright, on the vent here. Much more comfortable. We can heal. Herbie can heal us. If she ever decides to. And it'll all be hunky-dory. Okay, we're halfway through the health there. We're looking good. Oh, no, we're not. We're very not looking good. This is not good, guys. We're going to sprint, give us some extra time, use a health potion. Okay, we're going to fight the rest of the way on this vent so that we are getting extra healing as well. That'll hopefully increase our survivability. We're not in single target mode, which is decreasing our speed of killing this saber cat by a decent amount. But we're on full health again. Herbie is doing a job. We've almost got him down. Almost got the alpha cat down. Oh, parried. How does a saber cat parry? That's my question. That's my takeaway from this skirmish. Apparently, saber cats can parry. And they do it on the worst possible time. Alright, well, we're coming towards the end of the skirmish now. We're running through this penultimate tunnel. And here is the boss room. I believe. Yes, this is the boss room. You see here we've got a mammoth and an Angmarim. And so the mammoth, Malgin, or I think that's actually the name of the Garodan on the mammoth, is in the service of this sorcerer. And so we're going to have to bring them both down. Can't remember, I think we fight them one at a time. So that's helpful. And there are ads. So this fight gets real hectic. Alright. This guy's got a superiority complex. Yep. Mammoth's coming forward. Gonna make sure he gets on these heal pads. We don't want him to getting 50% extra damage. That is ridiculous. Come on, Mammoth. Okay, challenged. And he's not receiving any buffs at all. Okay, so that's good. Seems we can fight him wherever we like. Let's make sure we use our big skills so we can get as much damage onto this guy as possible. We really should have switched to single target, unless there are ads that come, which I think there might be. He's just wandering off. What's wrong with you? Oh, okay, so now we fight the sorcerer, it seems. Oh, I have no idea what's happening. Fighting the sorcerer, we're fighting the sorcerer. Okay. We can do that. We can fight sorcerers. And looks like there's some debuff circles on the ground. We're not going to run into them. Even if it is just to figure out what they do. Because we are in the balance here. Alright. Looks like we're going to be doing some tag teaming. So yes, we're going to fight the mammoth, then we're going to fight the sorcerer. That sort of deal. Alright. Come on, mammoth. Let's make it happen. I used that too early. That's okay. Make sure we keep our fervor up. Stun the mammoth. What we got here? Ooh, that's rough. There's a rough debuff. Okay. Looks like we're going to have to fight them 3 times each. Fighting in thirds. Herbie is giving us power. Alright, bring it on. He's just reduced our cold resistance. Not sure. Maybe he does cold damage. Let's give him a bit of a stun. Let's use fight on and challenge just for the deed. Alright. Oh, looks like we're fighting the last third of both of them at the same time. This is good to know. Let's see if we can we knock down before the mammoth comes. Oh, okay, that is a debuff. Circle looks like it was reducing our incoming healing or something like that. Something of that description. Don't want to be standing in that. Okay, looks like the sorcerer's down. Mammoth is almost there. This is happening, guys. This is good. The music has just gone all quiet. There's just mammoth sounds. There we go. Mammoth falls. And that brings it to a close. Very anticlimactic in terms of music. Oh well. Got ourselves a deed. We completed a deed for Daywalker Berserkers. We found a new reputation faction. Skirmishes usually give you reputation factions. Oh, I think Titan Bar's broken at the moment. Yes. Yeah, Titan Bar is definitely broken. That is due to the update. There was a change to the lure plugin, the way that all works, and so I think Titan Bar is currently broken. Hopefully that will be fixed. I think alt inventory is still fine. But yeah, Titan Bar broken for now. Oh well, that's okay. We collect our fancy wood chest. We got our experience. We're halfway to level 42. That's very handy indeed. And I think that'll be all for today. 20-minute episode, not too bad at all. We're going to do quests. I think I haven't quite decided yet. We're going to do some quests of some description to get up to level 42. We've showcased all the skirmishes that we can. Just trying to open that panel, pressing all the wrong buttons. Yeah, we've showcased all the ones that we can, so we're not going to do that. And so we might just head down to a Numinas or maybe Men Arain, which is just down there. We can take a boat straight there. That's where we showed off the filter system last episode. And that'll pop us up to 42 quick smart. Then we'll head to Rivendell, do those epics, and then head into Book 6, which will get us to Angmar, which is very exciting. And whilst we're in Angmar, we will quest and do the epics concurrently to get to level 50, I'm pretty sure. That's exciting. It's not the way I usually do it. Usually quest in Eregion to get to level 50. But Angmar will be enjoyable, doing the latter parts of Angmar, especially alongside the epics. That'll be a good time. It will be a bit unfortunate not to do the quests in Eregion, though. There are good quests down there. And also it unlocks a stable master, all the stable masters around there. But you never know, we might end up doing them as well. We're going to do epics. There will be epics that lead us down there. There will be epics that lead us all around. What's this place called? I'm drawing a blank. Eriador. There'll be epics that lead us all the way around Eriador after Book 8, kind of bringing the whole story together. But yeah, guys, I'm keen to get into Book 5 as soon as possible. So that'll be next episode. I think we'll hit 42. Then we'll get into the books, the episode after that. But guys, that's going to be all for today. Thanks heaps for watching the episode. If you did enjoy the episode, make sure you leave a like down below. And if you have any suggestions about what you'd like to see in the series or any comments, any criticism at all, make sure you leave it down in the comment section below. If you're new here, hit that subscribe button. Thanks to all of you who subscribed so far. And yeah, that's it, guys. That's going to be all for today. Thank you so much for watching. As always, my name is Nauglir. It has been a pleasure playing with you, and I will see you tomorrow.